Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. So I have my crystal ball off to the side, so I will be scrying throughout this message. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a little different, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know how we do if it doesn't resonate with you, if you're forcing the story to fit, arguing with it in any way, just leave it behind for the people who it's meant for. So channel members, you'll have a collective message posted on Tuesday or Wednesday evening, so definitely check that out. And if you're interested in channel memberships, that link will always be in the description box below. If you signed up for the moon messages over Zoom with myself and I Scribe with Steph, definitely make sure that you have the right time. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I'd hate for anybody to miss that. So let's go ahead. All right. Taking a step aside. And allowing Spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Okay, wow. All right. This is very interesting. I've never had a archetype or a deity be so persistent in trying to come through for a particular collective. I very much felt the energy of Thoth return. Now, some of you may have caught the Thoth message between myself and I Scribe Steph. It was a really good event. I'm glad that all of you showed up, so thank you guys for being there. There's something going on here inside this collective that this energy is really trying to make certain things known, right? It's really trying to make certain things known. I think in both regards, right? So for some of you, it's almost manifesting in this sort of liminal way as a mediator for the gods or a mediator for various aspects of our life and for protection. And for others of you, it's a very alchemical sort of energy that's stepping forward for me. So more in that Hermes Trismegistus sort of way, right? It's almost like I have both here. And there's something interesting that's stepping forward here in terms of the future and some sort of like, I don't know if it's like I'm going to word it this way because I know this is a language a lot of people use. It's almost like a timeline shift, right? Trying to shift the nature of our reality to align to something else. Yeah, I think that's the best way that I can actually put that. I'm hearing two parts. Let's take these two first. We have the poet and we have vision. So with the poet and with vision, when I think about the poet, he's holding this crystal ball, and inside this crystal ball, it's like my vision of the future, right? Again, coming out to vision over here. This is what I plan for the future. This is what I see for myself. However, while looking at this forward, trying to see it, there's a questioning, right? What do I see? What do I see in the future? And this kind of questioning is an energy. It's its own frequency. This frequency is almost flying off of this person. So this is the unknown, right? It's much more beneficial for us if we kind of envision our own future and we allow that to form for us when we do it with these sorts of like questions and these wonderings and a little bit of chaos, because most people lean towards a negative energy when they do that, right? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. And then what happens is we manifest things to create more of that anxiety. Here, what I'm seeing is a little bit of that, because these birds right now, they're kind of reminding me of Lenormand. They're reminding me of the birds card in Lenormand. Crows are important for somebody for that to come out. And with this, that's a lot of noise. So there's a lot of energetic noise around somebody right now. I'm almost seeing this black that is making up this person's silhouette. I'm almost seeing that as some sort of density that's coming into play at this time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we're humans having a human existence, so there's going to be densities. But we may not necessarily be aware of how much that density is actually affecting, and I felt very strongly, other people. So that density may be affecting the thoughts of other people, right? If we're always worried about something, we might be affecting people around us to be very worried about something. If we are in Lenormand, for example, the birds can really represent anxiety. So just be aware of that. Here what we have is we have the number 7, and it's this idea of it all comes back to the self. So we may be putting feelers out for certain things, and the answer that we want is actually right inside of us, and we can have that answer with confidence if we just take a moment to be really still and to really, for some people, decide, right? Okay, so this energy, it's stepping forward is trying to give me symbols now. So for those of you who are new, the symbols may or may not resonate with you. If they don't resonate with you, it doesn't mean that this isn't your reading. It means that if they do resonate with you, pay extra attention. So going back to the crow, I'm hearing that again. I'm hearing ravens again. That makes sense with the birds coming through. I'm also seeing a lot of owls because there's two here. My eyes are just darting back to this picture of an owl that I have over here and a little owl figurine that I have. So owls are also very important. I'm hearing things that match in triplicities. So things that come in threes, right? So not the number 3. It's like very specifically objects that come in threes. So if somebody tends to collect 3 of things, for example, there's also something about a candle holder that is very important. It's like something that was passed down through the family. It's inherited. There's also something it's not necessarily inherited with this one. It's like a necklace that has a feather on it that someone was given as a gift. Okay. The other one that I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a mirror that has some sort of significance. I don't know what the significance is behind it, but it's some kind of mirror. And then there's a lot of handed down things. So things that are handed down, very interesting. Because the last one that they're giving me, at least I think this is the last one, it's a camera. It's like not a digital camera, it's a film camera that was inherited from somebody like an uncle, for example. Okay, interesting. Okay, so with this vision, we're going to take a look at this, right? We have the hands, repeating again, we have hands here holding the crystal ball. We have the hands here holding the vision. It's almost like this is a close-up of what's taking place here, right? Oh, why did I put it down? I can't pick it back up. Okay. It's almost like superimposed there. This is what's happening. And there's this sort of like a serpentine vibe that I'm getting from this. There's this cycle of transformation that's taking place. I just saw the rune Yera, which is year or harvest. So it may be in the span of a year, someone has gone through a massive transformation. I know in the last year, a lot of us have. But there is within this year, this transition period where we seem to have left something behind. This is a very a dark period. We don't really know where it's going, right? Not necessarily dark like bad, but it's a period where we can't really see where this is going. We've left something behind. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at this is where the person is standing. They're inside the mountain, inside almost this like crucible-like chamber, right? It's this little cave at the top of the mountain representing the spiritual ascent, the different obstacles that we climb. And they're near the summit. They can't reach the summit. And the reason why they can't reach the summit, if you look, it's the same color, is because there's a reflection that they left behind. For some of you, this can be a hobby, like something that is really something you were actually passionate about, but you didn't take it with you at some point, right? Sometimes we have various reasons why we do that. Sometimes just growing up and having to adult. Sometimes, the accruing of like trauma make us leave certain things behind. For others of you, this can be something that you used to really want. This can be a certain friend, right? It can be any number of things. But there may be something that we left behind that was very vital for this journey of ours. One of the things that happens when we reach that summit, we have this beautiful rainbow sky. And so this is integration. It's where we integrate all the different colors of light, right? And they're still separate. We can still see the separateness of them because they all have their own tone and their own flavor. But we have them, right? We have them embodied within us. And that leads us to some sort of emotional fulfillment. And with this emotional fulfillment, again, it's this idea of a reflection, a mirror, something that actually reflects part of ourselves, because the moon reflects the sun. And there's something here about the space that a person is currently occupying is actually like kind of like this. It's a little bit of a dark forest space, because when we take a bigger zoom out, it's this, right? We have these two owls. They're creatures of the night, right? They understand the mysteries of the night. We have this tree against this dark background. It's like a night sky. So we may be in a period right now where we can't see what the future holds, and there may be some fear. And there may be some trepidation about that. And we have to be careful with that vibration, because it's going to call in things that we do actually have to worry about. So that's a message for somebody here that's coming through. Now, let's see. This card here is the Queen. For some of you, this is an energy that either we have left behind or it's the energy that we're stepping into. So you have to discern which one it is for yourself. With the Queen, one of the things that we're seeing is we're seeing this sort of like forbidden knowledge, right? The things that we know that we're not supposed to know, or that we thought we weren't supposed to know. There's always this feeling of this is dangerous for me, or this isn't right for me, that comes in with that, because this serpent-like energy, or the snake charmer sort of energy, it's somebody who flirts with danger, with the darkness. So I think that whoever I'm reading for, you are comfortable in darker spaces, right? On the bottom here, we have this lotus that has this golden bead. Now inside this deck, I love the golden bead because it really represents this aspect of ourself that I always view this as like something that's pure, right? There's some sort of pure form that's trying to take place here, or trying to be recognized. Now, again, we have this moon. This is the reflection of the sun, and this is our emotions. This is our internal landscape. One of the things that I always associate with what's happening here in the background, if you notice, it's like this black burst in this deck. For me, when I see this black burst, it always throws me to a very important card in this deck, which is the Destroyer. And the Destroyer is essentially the abyss that threatens to swallow us. Whatever it is that we've been reflecting on recently, it is shaking our sense of identity. Right? It's shaking our sense of who we are, who we think we're supposed to be, what we are, what we think we're supposed to be. And it has something to do with this color red. For me personally, this color red is speaking about our stability and our foundations. There is this energy also of this snake here that's trying to transform something. It's trying to bring some sort of knowledge, some sort of revolution to this part of the hand. Now, that part of the hand right there speaks about many things. For me, that finger particularly is about the way that we communicate, but the way that we communicate with spirit is starting to transform. For me, the pinky finger is a lot about spirit communication. If I see a person that has, for example, a pointy tip on their pinky finger, but not on the others, I know that I'm speaking to somebody that has a high degree of mediumship. And there may be that coming in here. Maybe you're somebody who has a high degree of mediumship, and there's something transforming in the spirit communication that you're currently having. Now, the interesting thing about this serpent, it's holding the Philosopher's Stone. At least that's my interpretation of this red stone here. It's holding the key. It's holding the way that we actually transform. But in order to do that, we have to be comfortable with the reflection. Ooh, and then that brings me back to this card. Is what we left behind here the sun? Just because we have the moon up here and then we have this, is it something about our personal sovereignty? Is it something about our ability to make our decisions, our ability to lead, our ability to create, our ability to manifest? Okay. We have the Acolyte, new projects, learning, and I'm seeing, it's just like this theme that keeps running through this, the hands that are holding something that's kind of globe-like. Here I'm seeing this almost like, this is almost like making me think of like Soma dropping into this vessel. It's this inspiration, nectar, life, this divine force, this energy from the gods. There may be something bigger than ourselves that we're about to experience, or that we've recently come into, and we may still not understand everything that we need to understand about it, but we're starting to experience it. There's this scroll that's unfolding, right? The scroll right now may still be closed, but we understand that there is some sort of potentially an agreement. Potentially you may feel this as an assignment. You may feel this as something I vowed to do. You may see this as a vow that I'm making to myself in the current moment, right? You might see this any number of ways, but the scroll is also bringing me to the idea of the high priestess and how she has the scroll of the Torah sitting on her lap. There's something here that is divine law that we may not necessarily be getting a full picture of as of just yet, and this may be part, because this is where I'm setting it, so it's making me think of this poet card. This may be what we're trying to see. We may be trying to open a different sense or a different level of understanding to be able to see this thing. Okay, oof. and then the priest. We're stepping into this energy. So again, we have the same motif, hands holding this orb, and now the eye is open. And notice that golden bead. That's the same thing that we see here on the queen inside of the lotus. There's something opening up, something unfolding. And it's in this unfolding, quite possibly in feminine spaces or regarding a feminine quality of some kind, that this is where the secret lies. This is why there's this serpent of knowledge. There's some sort of transformation that's trying to take place, but it requires us to pass through something that we're actually probably a little scared of. This is why maybe we're stuck inside this sort of crucible-like chamber inside this mountain. There's some sort of fire, some sort of pressure, some sort of heat that's being applied to us. Okay. Which one? This one? Okay. Okay. And again, going back to that idea of the soma, right? When the eye opens, when our eyes open, we really perceive the thing for exactly how it is. And some of you, it's simply a mental state that we're holding on to, or even just pressure that we're applying to ourselves. Then we receive this energy of this holy grail. It's overflowing, right? It's still receiving this golden energy from something unseen, this higher source, but now it's overflowing into this sort of forest, and it's nourishing whatever it is that's down here. So whatever it is that we've left behind, we're now receiving this energy that's almost like trailing into this thing. And this is very unifying, whatever it is. This is a very unifying force that's coming in. Okay, and this is the green woman. Okay, so notice the horns, right? This is very wild, very primal. Notice the green in her hair and the way that the ivy entangles things, right? Notice the way that that's actually like flourishing inside of her hair. This is abundance. This is something growing. This is something growing a little bit beyond your control. And that's the interesting thing about this, is that you may be trying to control something with the amount of hands that are trying to contain. It's like, I'm trying to hold it together. I'm trying to hold it together. And whatever this is, it represents a force that you can't hold together. You can't control it. It's wild. It's free. It's overflowing. So whoever this message is for, this is a beautiful energy. I don't know what this pertains to. I don't know exactly what this pertains to, but if this resonates for you, please hit that like button, and I wish you the best of luck with this.